It was packed out and I felt so good about that. I was like, oh my God, all these people are here to watch me. There was a line out the door. And I was doing acknowledgement to country. And as I was saying it, people were still talking and I literally just lost my shit. I was like, shut the up. Do you have no respect for Aboriginal people? How dare you come to my showcase and speak while I'm sharing this with you? Hi, my name is Miss Kaninna. I'm a proud Yorta Yorta, Dja Dja Wurrung, Kalkadoon and Yirendali Aboriginal sovereign woman, and I'm here chatting with Happy Mag today. So growing up, I listened to a lot of different music. I feel like blackfellas listen to country and 90s hip hop R&B. So I grew up on a lot of that stuff. Bob Marley, Lauryn Hill, Johnny Cash, like those type of people. And then it wasn't until I was a little bit older that I started getting introduced to like Missy Elliott, Tupac, everything like that, like more into the hip hop scene. But yeah, it's been really interesting. Like I feel like because my mum was in a band growing up that I would listen to a lot of like blues and roots as well, because she was in a blues and roots band, and her influence on my music, I feel like now so is more kind of listening to a lot more of that kind of music. Because, you know, my mum and my nan and my whole family, my uncle is like, he shreds guitar, like he's really, really talented. My other uncle plays the Yirendali, plays the Dj really, really well. He's teaching my younger brother and my cousins at the moment to play. And so obviously being Indigenous as well, like growing up singing those traditional songs and Narabura Farah from the missions has been a way of us for healing, and so I feel like it was only natural for me to kind of take it on as a career.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so on the 20th of September, I'll be releasing my first solo project, well not solo project, my first like body of work, sorry, my self-titled EP called Kaninna. I'm a bit nervous because I've never let out a whole project before. I mean, I only released my first song like a year and a half ago, and so everything's very new for me. I came up through the live music scene, which a lot of people don't, and I was really confused when I started releasing music that there are artists who just release music and haven't even performed live before. Just having that exposure to people has really helped, and being able to talk to them about who I am, because it's really difficult to convey who you are just from releasing music. It's usually when you get in front of people that you're like, this is who I am, and then people fuck with it. And then when I had wrote the demo for Pinnacle Bitch, I just wrote like the first, I think I posted on my Instagram like the bones of what the song was, and then when I worked with it on with Finn and also with Jacob, it was a collaborative work together. Like Finn and I had gotten the majority of the song, and then I met Jacob, and Jacob came in and really helped create that really deep bass sound. Working with Jacob is so refreshing because every time I go into the studio, he's like, what do you want to make today? How do you feel today, and what do you want to express? And I love that about my project, is that like I don't feel like I have to tie down to one genre. And I think you'll hear that in the EP as well. Like there's not, I wouldn't say it's just like one genre. I feel like it'd be like it's a blend of different genres. Big Sound was such a learning curve for me, and it was so stressful last year because I just wanted to do well. They want you to be the best that you can be, but it's in the worst circumstances because people aren't really there to watch you. They're just kind of there to see what you've got or to have meetings. Artists get so stressed. Like artists feel like, I thought that I was gonna go to Big Sound and I was gonna walk out a millionaire and be a superstar. That's not what Big Sound's for. The train has to already be going before you get to Big Sound. It's not, you don't get on the train at Big Sound, you have to already be going. And Big Sound's kind of like an in-flight service, you know, where you can like upskill and get more people on board and everything like that. I think what people should take away from Big Sound is that it's not that deep. You just have fun. The right people will find you, and you have to put in the work as well. The last showcase that I did last year, so a lot of people at Big Sound was like, oh my God, I watched your showcase last year. And I always asked like, which showcase did you go to? Because I had three. By the third one, I did the Brightside stage, which is outside in that big pub. It was packed out, and I felt so good about that. I was like, oh my God, all these people are here to watch me. There was a line out the door, like hundreds of people in this venue. And then I started talking, and nobody was really looking at me or listening or really engaging. There were people drunk as, like all these industry people drunk as, and I literally just lost my shit. I've worked my ass off to create this 35 minutes of music, and you're gonna show me no fucking disrespect. Shut your mouths. Because I was just like, you know what, I respect myself more than this, and I know who I am, and my ancestors know who I am, and how dare you speak over while I'm acknowledging country. And that's when I just kind of like, I feel like my grandmother came out in me, and I was just like, right, you cunts. And yeah, and people always mention that set, and yeah, it was pretty sick. It's been so fun hanging out with Happy Mag today. You can come and watch my live shows. I've got 3 live shows one in Melbourne, Brisbane and Sydney all through November. You can also stream my brand new EP. I also have merch coming as well. We have special merch just for Mob as well, because I didn't forget about my titters. Also have a lot of festivals coming up, but you can find all that information at www.misskaninna.com.